The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Staniel Smooth from Time to BS. Now, don't lie. I know you want some great deals on those events you go to, like your Jonas Brothers concerts or Met games or stuff like that. Wait, did I say Jonas Brothers concert? Anyway, so that's why at Belly Up, we have partnered up with SeatGeek. Use the promo code BellyUpSports at all caps at SeatGeek.com to get $20 off your first purchase. Now that is a sweet deal. Don't forget, promo code BellyUpSports at all caps at SeatGeek.com.
It's time to BS.
Jack.
Yes.
I have raging brain fog. So that's one part of this story.
Oh, Lord.
You can tell about the new microphone.
Yes.
So the audience does not know. Ladies and
they know now if they've heard it because...
No, yeah, so this is the Rode Pod mic. This is a microphone that I've been looking to get for some time. And I ordered it off Amazon. So I was like, okay, no problem. It's going to get here in a couple days. No big deal. I then get a notification from Amazon saying, oh, your package is delayed by a week. Fuck you. So I'm pissed off. So I go, thankfully, Target is like 2 minutes down the road from my apartment. So I go to Target, pick up a Rode microphone. Okay. So that's fantastic.
Lovely.
Now, here's the funny part. About 4 or 5 hours ago, I take a quick little nap. I wake up, check my phone for notifications. I get a notification from Amazon. Hey, your package has been delivered.
Okay, Amazon.
So now I have 2 Rode microphones in my disposal. And these things sound amazing.
The fact that you have 2 is actually kind of a good thing.
No, it's great. I love these things. I love it. Because before I was using a newer NW700, which is like a $30 microphone. Mm-hmm. Very, very... And thanks to the Rodecaster, I can now just screw around with some software bullshit and just have some fun with it. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm just the casual Blue Yeti kind of guy, you know? It's just there. Nothing too fancy about it. It's just like the most, like, I think it's like the best, cheapest mic there because it's just like, I say cheap, it's like $60 to get one of these things, but it's like,
no kidding.
It's just as good as it can possibly get when it comes to a microphone. So
kidding.
Blue Yeti's never steered me wrong.
No kidding. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 200th episode.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, of Time to Be.
Is it really the 200th episode?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Look at that.
Look at that.
So I tried to muscle through recording, but thanks to the brain fog, I couldn't do it. So I'm thankful you were able to join. And you did, and you did say you want to be on for 200, so there you go.
I did, yeah. I'm glad we made it work because I got kind of a tight schedule today, so I'm glad I was able to squeeze this in there. Yeah, amazingly. We had time.
Jack with a tight schedule. Shocker of the day. But ladies and gents, welcome. We are here to please you with bullshit and Yoshi sounds. Oh, that's a new sound.
That's a new one, yeah.
It's my new favorite one.
It's a funny one, yeah.
It's great. It's just unnecessarily great. But we'll start things off with the day. As you can probably tell, I'm just completely out of it. As I said, I have brain fog. So my brain just can't seem to think straight.
Lovely.
It's terrible. It's quite awful. But I've been drinking a shitload of caffeine, so this will be fun. Jack, your team is full of evil.
Evil. I'm embracing the evil Dodger fan within me because over the last several weeks, the LA Dodgers added some quite significant names.
No shit.
Some you may have heard of. Tyler Glasnow is one. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is another one. See, that's why it was perfect. That's why the sound effect was perfect. And of course, some guy you may or may not have heard of. He's from Japan, goes by the name of Shohei Ohtani.
To be fair, Jack called this.
I have been saying it since last year.
Jack called
since
this.
The middle of last season. As soon as it got into my brain, Shohei is a free agent after 2023.
I will give you a lot of credit. I will give you a lot of credit. You called this.
This is a man who the Dodgers have been going after since he tried to get out of Japan. They went after him twice before in the past, and they never got him. He went to the Angels after he came out of Japan. And
can we also say, Arte Moreno needs to sell the team?
Get him the hell out.
Honestly, why? Hold on. Keep talking.
I love how that was the Imperial March that was playing because it was quite important for the status the status of the Dodgers right now, just because it's like this team is quite literally turning into the evil empire of baseball.
Amazingly, because the Imperial March decided to play.
I know. That's what I was relating it to. It's perfect timing on that one. So.
Perfect timing, unnecessary timing, man.
Yeah, no, the Dodgers, they've been going after Ohtani for a long time, and the fact that he's here for 10 years, oh my God, that contract too. $700 million over the next 10 years, and he deferred most of it to next year.
Yes, he deferred most of it.
Or not next year, to after the 10 years is over, so that the Dodgers can build a competitive team around him. And that's how they were able to get Glasnow. That's how they were able to get Yamamoto, and now Dan and I were just teasing each other on Twitter that the Dodgers are in the race for Josh Hader, who's another guy who I thought that they should pick up. I mean, good Lord, this team is going to be insane next season. Absolutely insane. And you know what sucks too? I say this sucks. It's not a terrible thing. It's just bad for me because it happens at 3 a.m. Their home opener, they play in the South Korea series.
Can we also say that baseball needs a salary cap ASAP?
Kind of feels like it does.
Thank you. Amazingly, the Dodgers.
I have never had a solid opinion on whether or not it should have a salary cap.
But this proves it.
I don't know how to feel about it, honestly, because if there was a salary cap, there's no way in hell this happens.
No.
That's why I'm embracing the evilness of this whole thing, because Jesus, I'm excited. I'm actually hyped for. I've never felt this kind of hype for baseball in a while.
Are you?
I'm pumped.
Really?
Seriously.
That's shocking.
Because it feels like same old with the Dodgers. It feels like they're that constant. Other than 2020, they're constantly the team that's They win a lot in the regular season. They dominate in the regular season. They win the division. They've won 11 times or 10 times out of the last 11 years or something like that. I saw Donut just running off to the side there.
Yeah, you see her now?
She's still going.
She's doing her thing. Don't worry, I have spray bottles to assist with this matter.
Good.
Because she's an
Anyway, yeah, no, yeah, it just felt like they would just flame out. They barely got to the NLDS a few times. Maybe they made or not the DS, the CS. I'm getting my playoff series names confused. But yeah, no, they're just not a team that's known for playoff success. They'll make it to the playoffs and then lose in the first or the second round, and bro,
they'll win 105 games and then they'll somehow lose in the first round.
They won 111 games, I think, in 2022, and they lost to the Padres in the NLDS.
So if ever
I was at the Goose game, by the way. If you know that whole story, I was there for that. Oh, that was funny.
That was an interesting time, to say the least.
I thought it was funny because all of us Dodger fans were like, rally Goose, yeah, we're trailing in the game, but the Goose is going to help us. We're going to come back, and then we lost that game. And since then, it's just been all Goose from Padres fans. So.
I mean, can we also understand that I feel bad for small market teams. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for them.
I think that is a fair discussion, yes.
So
I agree.
We've discussed this before, you and I, about how badly would this hurt the small market teams if a salary cap was never implemented in baseball. If a salary cap is implemented, I think that assists the small market teams like Pittsburgh, like Cincinnati, Miami, Tampa, Houston, sort of. Seattle. I say Houston, sort of, because they're two-time World Series champions, but anyway.
True.
And for different reasons. But like that's a fair argument to make.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I agree.
And what would the salary cap be if okay, let's put...
I don't know what it would be. I have no idea where that discussion goes, but it's like, I think it is fair, like, when you bring the small market thing into this.
$200 million. 200 to 250. That's what I would do. I would put it at 200 million. And it would convince owners, a la John Fisher of the Athletics, to spend fucking money. Now,
what a sad situation that is for Oakland, by the way.
You can blame a lot of things. You can blame the politicians. You can blame ownership. I blame ownership.
I'm going to blame ownership all the time.
Ownership, absolutely, for the Athletics leaving Oakland. Absolutely.
I think the politics thing is a different thing.
We don't.
But that's a whole different rabbit hole, and I don't want to get into it.
It's like John Mulaney. We don't have time to unpack all that.
Exactly.
This is not why we're here.
I'm just saying that's like that could be a different rabbit hole. So
that's a far different rabbit hole.
Most of the time, a relocation, I'm blaming it on the owner.
We are not the show to do that, by the way.
No, we're not.
Listen, I know we're called Time to BS, but let's be real here. That's not the kind of bullshit we like to discuss.
We discuss sports and all the bullshit that happens there on a daily basis. So
let's take a quick break because I have a topic for you that
oh boy,
that I think you would love to discuss.
I'm in.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, peeps. It is I, Staniel Smooth, here to bring you a new sponsor to Belly Up and Time to BS, DraftKings. If you're into sports betting and want to get on the action, say no more. Here at Belly Up, we're more than happy to bring you great content and great offers as well. That's why we're giving you this sweet deal at my attractive-ass voice. Go to dkng.co/bellyup150 to get $200 off when you bet $5 or more at DraftKings. Don't forget it! It's a sweet deal. I highly recommend you try it. Now, with that being said, back to the show!
It's time to BS.
Did you hear about Rebel Moon?
What about it?
It sucked.
Are we recording still? Or are we going right now?
I just hit the button.
All right. Just making sure.
It's Jack, get into character. Get into
Failed.
jail. You tried. But did you hear about Rebel Moon?
No.
How badly it sucked?
I didn't hear that it was bad. I just knew it was a thing because I kept seeing it at like...
So, Zack Snyder, who directed the Justice League and various other DC movies, decided to make his own version of Star Wars. How did that turn out?
Usually imitating the original never really goes well, so I don't imagine that went too...
Oh, it did horrible. It did so bad. And apparently this is supposed to be a 3-part movie.
Or, yeah, I know it is, too. It's like... That's what they were talking about it at, like, the Game Awards or whatever that... It wasn't the Game Awards. I think it was either Summer Game Fest or Gamescom. Something that Jeff Keighley was doing. Yeah. He's the guy that hosts the Game Awards. He has, like, a bunch of events throughout the year, so...
Yeah.
Jack, that's where I heard about that.
Jack, we're tied. Seahawks and Rams are tied. How do you feel?
We're not. You know what? You say that we're tied, but the Rams have the tiebreaker, my guy.
I know I know how the Rams have the tiebreaker.
I'm going to be doing a lot of scoreboard watching this, to be honest with you. Like normally I don't scoreboard watch. I don't give a shit about that. I just try to focus on the Rams and what they can control. The thing is, it's a lot different when the easiest way for us to clinch a playoff spot is just hinging on one other game.
Because you play San Francisco at the end of the year, right?
We do.
Oh, Christ.
That game, I think the Rams are going to win that game. I'm going to be completely honest. I think that the Rams have something that they can build upon after if they see and look at what the Ravens did. And did you see the way the Ravens?
Can I grant, please? Christian McCaffrey for MVP.
Thank you.
Christian McCaffrey for MVP.
I honestly I don't think it's gonna be CMC, but I think it's CMC's more deserving over Brock Purdy. Let's be honest.
If Brock Purdy somehow, some way,
I think his chances are gone.
Wins the MVP.
I think his chances are gone, but it's fucked.
Jack, the MVP is a quarterback award this year.
No, it is. It's always been a quarterback award. It's never not going to be a quarterback award.
It's the 80s. Actually, if you want to go back, it's since like 92. It's been a quarterback award.
Yeah, no, it's that's why I think it's going to be Lamar. I think Lamar kind of proved that he deserved it after that. That game between the Ravens and 49ers was really, really, really telling for both teams. Like, the Ravens are legit. I knew they were legit when they played the Rams, and the Rams still almost beat them. It took both overtime and an uncalled illegal block in the back for the Ravens to beat us in that game. But that, like, I knew the Ravens were kind of legit, and like the 49ers, I think this is the first time they kind of been like really like truly rattled by anyone this year.
Yeah.
Like you can argue, the Rams played them close. They're the only team that the 49ers didn't beat by one possession, but
Cincinnati beat them pretty good though.
Yeah, Cincinnati did good. But like I think that was the 49ers kind of felt like they were going to win that game anyway. I think this was the first time really this season that a team walked in the Levi's and just manhandled them and asserted their dominance. It's like
good.
Exactly. It is good. I'm happy for the Ravens. I want to that's something I want to make clear. I'm not pissed at the Ravens just because they beat the Rams in the fashion that they did. I'm pissed at the refs for that game, or at least for the end of that game. But I'm also pissed at like
we don't have to unpack all that.
I know we don't. I'm just glad that the 49ers got kind of exposed, and it's like now the Rams kind of they were a team that came very, very, very close to beating them. And you know, whether or not that game holds any merit, I don't know. I think that's a game where if the Rams clinch a playoff spot, what needs to happen is the Rams need to beat the Giants on Sunday, and the Steelers need to beat the Seahawks. If that happens, and both teams clinch, and the Niners clinch the 1 seed in the process, I think both teams, that's going to be a terrible game, and both teams are going to end up just resting starters because the Niners have the 1 seed locked up, so the Rams aren't going to get a whole playoff game.
Okay. So as currently stands in the NFC, the 49ers and Eagles and the Lions are tied for the 1 seed in the NFC. Tampa's 4, and I think they're going to stay at number 4. Dallas is at 5, and the Rams are the Rams are at 6, and the Seahawks are at 7. That's currently the NFC. So you're saying it stays that way, unless somehow, some way.
I think it would. Let me look at the playoff picture myself really quick.
Right here.
Yeah, I just want to look at it too, just to be sure I know like which teams are in the hunt and whatnot.
Well, if Philly loses once, Detroit gets the 2 seed.
Okay, so if we're looking at the teams that are on the outside looking in that can pass like the Bucks, Rams, and Seahawks, Minnesota I think is done.
Well, the Vikings have been done.
Yeah, they've been done, but no, I think T.J. Hawkinson being hurt kind of is like the nail in the coffin.
The Falcons.
The Packers, they're toast. I think they're done.
Good.
Especially if they're going to bench Jair Alexander. Oh my God, did you see that whole fiasco? That was
funny.
That was hilarious. And you're gonna. I understand that like you need to do some team discipline there, but you're gonna bench him completely for a must-win game. Oh my God!
That's on the coach.
I don't know if I love that. I mean, Jair should not have done what he should have done or what he did, but like, what do you should just find the guy or something. I don't know.
That's on the coach. That's on the coach.
I think it's a bad coaching decision because, like, yes, he needs to learn from that situation, but at the same time, just you're going to bench him for a must-win game against a divisional team that's ahead of you in the standings when you're still not mathematically out.
Do you want chaos? If Tampa loses twice, if Tampa loses back-to-back weeks, and the Saints win 2 straight, New Orleans gets in. They win the South.
My God.
How much chaos would that be?
You know what's chaos?
Yeah.
In the AFC.
Oh, that's hilarious.
If the Raiders win out and the Chiefs lose out, the Raiders win the AFC West.
Oh, please. I want it so bad.
That is chaos incarnate if the Raiders
I didn't know that.
swoop in at the last second and steal the division from the Chiefs.
They're just slide into them DMs.
And you know what's...
I had to.
I need to see the Chiefs' upcoming schedule.
I think the Chargers are there. And
because, they play the Chargers in Week 18. They play the Bengals next week. Oh, boy.
Oh, this could be funny.
The Raiders, they play the Colts and the Broncos. Oh, my God.
I want chaos.
It is very possible for the Raiders to come out of nowhere.
Okay.
They're outside the playoff picture currently. They're the 11th seed.
So funny.
And if they win out and the Chiefs lose out, they take the division.
That'd be hilarious.
Because they won that crazy game on Christmas against the Chiefs. Like, what are we doing?
By the way, can we talk about the Chiefs, please? Because for years on this very show, I have said I do not trust Kansas City and the way they do their shit. For the last 2 years, I have said this. And you know what? Finally, it has bit them directly up the ass. Up in the rectal area.
Kind of the first year where they really like are starting to like figure out how tough it is to make do without a long-term receiving core.
Good, because you know what? You talk your shit, I expect you to back it up. You talk your shit, you better back it up. And the whole Taylor Swift situation makes this all sorts of more hilarious.
That's just funny, honestly. At this point,
funny.
I do think it to add to the funny. I think it's hilarious how there are some people out there that are just yelling, "Oh, it's Taylor Swift's fault." Yeah, she is as much of a meme as that whole situation is. Taylor Swift is literally just sitting up there in the box trying to enjoy a football game. That's all it is. And then maybe a little more off the field activity with Travis Kelce, but you get what I'm saying.
That
Thank
sound is going to be used a whole
Thank you.
lot.
The intent was for that sound to be used there. Thank you.
The intent is for it. But yeah, I mean, Kansas City's receiving core is just Travis Kelce, and that's it. That's it. That's literally...
Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney just hasn't been there.
Can we also say, right out of the gate, that I understand that the NFL likes to give certain teams the benefit of the doubt. Hell, every sports league does that. But when you're complaining about shit not going your way, fuck you. Fuck you. That's what you get, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it goes. I'm trying to find their roster right now. Their wide receivers. Their wide receiver core is not great. Richie James, Rashee Rice, Justin Ross, Kadarius Toney, MVS. Justin Watson's good.
Yeah.
MVS can be good. I don't know. I think they need to get a bit more of a solidified receiving core.
The Tyreek Hill trade has bit them in the ass.
They won a Super Bowl the year after the Tyreek trade.
Okay, good.
So I'm not going to say it totally bit them in the ass,
fine.
but
okay. But here's the thing: Tyreek Hill is very well going to be second in the league in MVP votes. He's going to get 2,000 yards receiving, and he's traded him away.
Really good year. He's having a really, really, really good year with Tua.
You traded him away. You traded him away because you thought Mahomes was better off without Tyreek Hill. You trade him away. And you know what? That could be on the GM. That could be on a lot of shit. But one thing that cannot be replaced is a top-tier weapon receiver outside Travis. A number 2 weapon outside of Kelce.
Yeah, you need to. Kelce is the best tight end in the league, in my opinion.
It's close. It's close.
It is close. It is very close. I'm not saying that it's like a runaway lead, but it's like I think he's the best tight end in the league.
There's him. There's Kelce, Kittle, Andrews, and maybe you throw Hawkinson in there.
Mark Andrews, yeah, he deserves a bit more respect too, honestly, especially when you see what the Ravens are doing this year. I think Mark Andrews deserves.
Oh yeah, make sure they had him and Hayden Hurst in that tight end room. They had him and Hayden Hurst in that tight end room.
It's a good tight end room. That's a really good tight end room. That
was a really good tight end room for a little bit. It really was. But in all seriousness, though, you fucked up. KC fucked up. They fucked up horribly, and this is what you get. Crybaby bitch. Oh, let me put. I don't have the world's smallest violin sound, but that's on the list for 2024.
It was the funniest thing to listen to them whine about the offside call against Buffalo.
Okay.
I think my favorite part of that whole situation. Yes, it was funny. I think my favorite part, the funniest part of that whole situation, was when Patrick Mahomes walks up to midfield. He's shaking Josh Allen's hand, and he's like, "That's the worst fucking call I've ever seen." What is Josh Allen going to do about it? Yep. He's the quarterback for the other team. He doesn't have any control over the refs. What's he going to do? It's just like, bro, at that point, you're just whining just to whine. Like, it's ridiculous. At some point, you just cross a line, and it's like. I just
texted Mike. Do you want chaos? The Raiders need to win out, and the Chiefs need to lose out, and Vegas wins the AFC West.
What was his reaction?
We must play the waiting game.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to hear his reaction. Oh, we got to get to the Russell Wilson news, but let's take a quick break on that. Do you guys like spicy chicken? How about chicken sandwiches? Hey guys, it's Staniel Smooth here from Time to BS. And I want to shout out our newest friends to the show at Long Island's own Hot Chicken Mama. Born from Nashville, Tennessee, and coming over to the island, These spicy chicken sandwiches will be sure to satisfy your palate with these amazing flavors and juicy taste. Just listen to this menu, shall you? Chicken and waffles with hot honey maple syrup and hot butter. A bomb chicken sandwich that says titled The Sandwich. It doesn't need no fancy-ass name. And the snack wrap with a spicy hot honey ranch dressing. That sounds great. So what's holding you up? Head on down to Blue Point, New York, where Hot Chicken Mama will have your cravings taken care of.
It's time to BS.
Before we dive into anything on Russell Wilson, I'm going to cut you off there. Before we dive into anything on Russell Wilson, I was just watching a video of Puka Nacua receiving his 4th Rookie of the Year belt.
The tribe of Puka Nacua.
The tribe of Puka Nacua. This man is going to win O'Roy. If he does not win Offensive Rookie of the Year, the NFL is doing it wrong. I am sorry. It's not C.J. Stroud. He's missed too much time. He's played good. He's kept the Texans in games. He's won games for them that they probably shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
But he's missed too much time.
Yeah,
and Puka is making ridiculous impacts. Even if the Rams aren't winning as many games directly because of him, they're still winning games too. Like I think they have do they have a better record than the Texans? They're 8-7.
Yes, they
Texans
do.
are.
I think they're 6-8 or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's Puka. He's made too big of an impact as a rookie. Just come out of nowhere and be a perfect complement to Cooper Kupp. And even without Cooper Kupp, he was carrying the load, and team just couldn't find an answer. Like,
do you think Russell Wilson gets released?
Yeah, I do.
You think so?
I think he's done.
You think he's like done? Like retired?
I think he's done. Not retired. No. But I think he's done in Denver. I think it's finished there.
So I wanted to get Mike on this, but unfortunately he is out of commission for this week because of work obligations. But Mike is the diehard Bronco fan out of all of us here. And I have some sympathy. I have a little sympathy because he was my quarterback for 10 years. But at the same
That's completely fair.
It's completely fair, but at the same point, I mean, you thought you were bigger than the franchise. That never goes well for anyone.
No.
Never.
I feel like that. I don't know if this is 100% certain. I could be completely wrong and like out of the ballpark on this one. I am in a bad way. I don't know how that expression goes, but like I think that's kind of what happened with the Rams and Deshaun Jackson. Because he never really went out there and said that like he was bigger than the team or anything like that. Like he never did anything huge, but it felt like he just like when they said that there was like a mutual, maybe Cam Akers I think is a better example of that. I don't know if it was as much D-Jax because I just remember that from the Super Bowl year, but like they kept talking about how Cam Akers never before he got traded never really meshed well into like the changing team culture, especially with all like the little kids coming in. Not little kids, they're like the rookies coming in.
The two DBs, the two corners, Talib and Peters. That's another example too. When the Jalen Ramsey trade happened to bring him to LA, I don't know if it's a good example, but
I don't know if that's a huge example because Talib was on IR. I think his playing career was pretty much over by that point.
Peters probably. Better.
Peters, I think I think he was just pissed about it because he was happy, and then like we traded him away in like what felt like a desperation move at the time. I don't think it was, but at the time, I guess it kind of felt like that because the Rams were like falling out of the playoff race. But yeah, no, the point I went off on a tangent there, but the point I'm making is that like if you find yourself in a situation where there's a player who thinks he's bigger than the franchise, that's gonna bite you in the ass.
Well, I don't know where it all started with the whole let Russ cook thing, but that to me was like the beginning of the end of Russ. What made him so great was the off-script plays, the fact you could make something out of nothing. The first 7 years of Russell Wilson's career in Seattle, he was the best quarterback, and he was a top 5 QB in football.
See, Sean Payton hates that kind of thing.
Yeah,
he hates the kind of like off schedule stuff, like the escapability and all that fun stuff that Russ can do.
I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. But like that's like when you said, I forget specifically what you said. It was something you just said, but it was like
the off script plays.
No, but right before that, it was something about like. Maybe it was the off-script. I don't know, but that's like, whatever it is. It just whatever was going on there. It's not going to fly under Sean Payton.
No, it flew. It went well with Pete, and I mean he
did a really good job of complementing it and making it work.
Because they had the third best defense in the history of football for 5 years, and it sucks because. There is a lot of discussion whether or not, if Russ does get released and if he is a free agent, would you welcome him back to Seattle? And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If somehow...
That's a tough call to me if I'm a Seahawks fan.
I would not do it because you burnt...
Let me hear you out.
You burnt too many bridges on your way out. You thought you were bigger than a franchise. You said, hey... The whole I want it office thing... In the Seahawks practice facility, I believe that 100%. The wanting Pete and John Schneider fired thing, I believe that 100%. Because you wanted to be bigger than the franchise. You want to be bigger than the head coach who made you relevant in the first place. You want to be bigger than the GM who got you the players that you wanted, who got you Jimmy Graham, who got you Greg Olsen, who got you on defense, but Jadeveon Clowney, Jamal Adams. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. But I've said this on different occasions. If Russell Wilson really wanted to win in Seattle, he would have taken multiple pay cuts to help build the team.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes.
He would have taken multiple pay cuts, and he did not want to do that. Therefore, that's the biggest reason why he got traded in the first place. That is the biggest reason why.
Look at what Tom Brady did in Tampa Bay.
There you go. That was where I was going with this. With the Patriots, too. More importantly, with the Patriots.
Exactly. But I think it's special in Tampa Bay because he went there and won a title year one. It's like he took a huge pay cut. He didn't sign a major money deal.
No.
He kept taking less money just because he knew I want to win with this team. So.
Yeah, and it won him 6 championships with the Patriots, got him to 9 Super Bowls in New England, won him another Super Bowl in Tampa, and it sucks because, there's a very good argument that he's the best player in the history of the franchise. Russell is, but...
In the history of the Seahawks?
Yes.
There's I was gonna say he doesn't beat Peyton Manning in Denver.
He doesn't beat Elway. Certainly not Elway.
No, definitely not Elway.
Definitely not Elway. But it's him, Walter Jones, Steve Largent, and you can maybe throw Kenny Easley or one of the DBs in there. Be either Cam or Cortez Kennedy would probably be the best example. But still. It's hard. It's hard to say, but I think Mike Salk on ESPN Seattle said it best. If he takes he's going to take multiple 1-year deals or 3-year deals somewhere else. And he threw Washington in there. He threw the Commanders in there.
Yeah.
He's from that area, but it sucks. But at the same point, you did it to yourself. You thought you were bigger than the franchise, and this is what you get. You get thrown under the bus, and you are left to rot. That is what you get. Right?
Pretty straightforward opinion right there. But yeah, no, it
sucks. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to see the fall.
It does. Russell, when he's hot, it is absolutely a fall from grace. When he's hot, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
It's just like I think for Denver in particular, it sucks because it's like that team has just been through hell, and it's like
they traded so much to go get him.
Exactly, and like the contract they signed him to, and now they have to like recover from that.
2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 5th round pick, and 3 players.
God, it's just not great at all.
That's like, listen.
And if he's gonna get cut,
oh good lord, it's $150 million buyout. That's essentially what you're doing.
The dead cap too.
The dead cap is atrocious.
Be any friendly to them at all.
And George Payton, the GM, fired. Lose your job.
I think he should be. I think that was a franchise altering move that he made to try and get Russell Wilson to try to like bring a Super Bowl back to Denver.
Oh, when the hype was there. Oh,
the hype was absolutely there.
The hype was there.
I literally, in his first year there, I said the Broncos were going to win the division.
Well, look how that turned out.
That did not turn out very well at all.
Look how that turned out there, Jack. And you can put a lot of blame on Nathaniel Hackett the first year. You can put a lot of blame on just the team building, trading away pieces that shouldn't have been traded, releasing players that shouldn't have been released, the moves. But
I think with Hackett, it's a little different because I think he just kind of lost the locker room.
Yeah, I can't blame you with that part, but it's the whole thing. It reminds me so much of just indescribable amounts of failure. And holy shit, was I wrong about Pete.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think Pete Carroll's kind of stupid, but
no. There's some arguments that can still be made here, and I've complained about it this season, especially during the 4-game losing streak. But still, you can't deny Pete was trying to, show or hide away Russell's weaknesses.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
He's a 5'10" quarterback with a cannon of an arm. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Pretty much.
He's 5'10" with a cannon of an arm. That's what he is. And it sucks to say, but let's face it, Russ, you did to your fucking self. That's what you get. That is what you get. All right, we're going to take a quick break because we got a couple more topics left to do before we close up shop for the day because I know Jack is short on time. But we'll have some fun. All right. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You can't look this good talking some BS without a great haircut. Hey guys, it's Staniel Smooth here from Time to BS, and I want to talk to you guys about our newest friends of the show, Hardway Barbershop, located in the hidden gem of Long Island in Blue Point, New York. Hardway Barbershop will be sure to give you a nice clean cut and beard trim for all your stylish needs. And for some sweet prices too. So what are you waiting for? Book your next haircut appointment at Hardway Barbershop today.
It's time to BS.
Jack had to bounce, but that's okay. So, I guess I'll take you down a fun little time to close out the show. I just want to take some time, take a couple minutes, and appreciate the memories, and just everything that has gone on throughout 200 episodes. It's heartwarming. It's heartwarming, it really is. So, from everyone that I've worked with over the course of the last 4.5 years, Kyle, Mike, Jack, Zach, a lot of people, Will, Dave, just everyone that has come and gone. John, Jesus, so much crap from John. But overall, I'm thankful overall to be doing this still throughout the last 4.5 years. And it's nice knowing that throughout the last 4.5 years, I've met some great people, met some great podcasts, collabed with some great podcasts. The BS sessions, oh my God, just everything with it. So I guess with what I'm saying is thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you who have tuned in for the last 200 plus episodes just to fuck around and have some fun. Just fucking around and have a good time. And I appreciate all of you just helping me to continue this journey of just bullshit and stupidity. And let's keep having fun. So I don't have any alcohol on me, but that's okay. So I pour a drink, light a cigar up for you guys. And here's to several hundred more for however long I keep doing this. Hopefully for a very long time. So with that being said, my name is Staniel Smooth. I appreciate you all for letting me do this for 200 episodes. And here's to many more. I'm coming to you from the beaches of Long Island, New York. I will see you all in this life. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.